throughout the night, you have to build up frisky fun. So I've described to you how you get ready. I've described to you how to get your wife ready. I've described to you where do you take your night. Now, how do you behave to build up this amazing sexual atmosphere? Well, it's through frisky fun. Frisky means that there's an element of risk involved. It's got the word in it. Frisky, you can see the word risk or risky inside. Frisky literally means the fun risk, right? F for fun, risky. So you want to build an extremely strong physical connection for the night. You have to do this. You cannot rely on your wife being the instigator. She's a feminine woman. She will participate, but you have to take charge. You need to emulate the James Bond persona, the man who's cool, charismatic, calm, seductive, masculine. So put in active effort. This means you're putting in real effort. You're thinking about what you're going to say. You're thinking about what you're going to do. You're not just going with the flow. You're working actively to present this best, most seductive version of you. So put active effort into your speech, the words that you say. If tonight is to be a sexy night, where you look at your woman as you're driving her and say, "You actually look quite nice today." It's a compliment, but is that the best you can do? Imagine if you looked at your woman and you said, "You look like a fucking whore, and I love that." Look how powerful this statement is. You've almost issued a fact. You've not said you look quite like a whore. You've said, "You look like a whore. And I love that." Think about the way that you say this as well. Don't yap. Don't go on and on trying to act like the more you talk, the more the vibe will turn sexual. No, less is more. I am talking to you a lot on this guide because I have to explain to you 7 years worth of testing that I've done in an hour and a half. But when you're with your woman, talk less. Use fewer words. Use words which are more powerful. Think about your accent. When you speak slowly, when you speak with commitment, when you speak with passion, your voice naturally has a deeper tone. When you take care in pronunciating the words, your accent becomes more formal. Women find this attractive. This is exactly how James Bond would speak. I use him as an example because that is probably the most popular character of a man who's very seductive with women. He puts in a lot of active effort into the way he speaks. Consider your body language. When you're driving and your wife is sat in the passenger seat, are you going to be scrunched up with your head down because you're scared of driving, because there's too many cars, or because it's nighttime and you're not a confident driver? Would she find that sexy? Would she feel relaxed? Would she feel wet for you? Compared to when you're driving with full authority. You've sat back, your spine is perfectly straight but in line with your car seat. You've got one hand on the steering wheel, the other hand is on your thigh with her hand overlapping yours, and you are driving with complete confidence. Which one will exude a more sexy persona? Similarly, when you are walking to the restaurant, what would make her have more confidence that you can protect her and make her feel safe? When you've got a hunchback, when you're looking down, when you're barely grasping her hand or not even holding her hand, versus when I'm walking my wife from the car park to the restaurant. My back is straight, my chest is out, I'm fully vigilant of everything around me, and I'm holding my wife's hand, I'm taking the lead, and my grip is strong. I'm making her know I am present. I haven't drifted away. I am aware of everything, including her. Now she feels safe. Now she won't get worried that there is a rapist or some homeless guy that's going to rob us. She has full confidence that I will keep her safe. Think about eye contact. When you're sat down at the restaurant and you've ordered your food and you're waiting and you spend all your time on your phone, that's pathetic. You can go on your phone anytime you want. Give your full attention, give your eye contact to your woman. Put away your phones. My wife and I don't even use our phones when we go on date nights. We put them away. The only time we ever use them is to take pictures together. But the phones are away when we're sat down and we look at each other deeply into each other's eyes and we talk about meaningful things. We have meaningful conversations. We have romantic conversations. We have sexual conversations. I could go into detail. Maybe I'll do another guide one day, a full guide on sexual conversations, because that is a whole topic in itself. But if you put in active effort into everything that I've described, your speech, your accent, your body language, your eye contact, naturally the conversation that you will have will naturally flow into something that's seductive. Because when you emulate a seductive persona, you won't be talking about the gym, will you? You won't be talking about video games. You'll be talking about things that excite you both. You'll be talking about how your wife looks. You can literally ask her, that's a new dress that you're wearing. How do you feel? And your wife might say, oh, I feel a little bit scared because it's so revealing. And you can look at her straight in the eye and say, you don't have to worry. I'm the only one that's eye raping you tonight. I'm the only one that's eye raping you tonight. I've used this exact conversation with my wife. I didn't actually plan to say this. It just naturally came because I was putting in active effort into everything else. What do you think my wife felt after that? I've just told her that I'm raping her with my eyes. She felt excited. She felt her heart skip a beat. More conversation later, she's getting wet for me. As you're driving her to and from the venue, put on some sexy music. I always put on sexy, seductive music when we drive, especially for a date night, late at night. None of this modern pop garbage, grime rap music. If you listen to this stuff, I feel embarrassed for you. And if you listen to this stuff with a woman next to you, you are the most pathetic little worm I've ever seen. Men who listen to this kind of music, grime, rap, pop music, are an embarrassment. The songs that I choose are based on two things. Number one, it genuinely sounds good. Rap music, grime music does not sound good. Kendrick Lamar does not sound good. Drake does not sound good. People listen to them because they like what they say, but the actual music is trash. Your feminine, beautiful, virtuous woman will not appreciate you putting on this gutter garbage when this is supposed to be a sexy, romantic night for you both. So I pick music that has to sound good, that the musical instruments, when combined together, are like an orgasm for my ears. It sounds amazing. Then the second thing is the lyrics of the song match the atmosphere that I'm trying to emulate on a date night. So this date night that I've described, you probably noticed, it's not just about romance. It's not like the cute, wholesome, oh, I love you so much. No, this is a dirty date night. This slide is literally called Frisky Fun. So the type of songs that I play are, there's one called Ecstasy by Suicidal Idol. This song became really famous recently, well, over the past few years, because it became like a meme. But if you listen to the lyrics, they are so sexualized that it's impossible not to induce a sexual vibe when you're listening together in the car. There's literally a line where the girl singing it says, fucking rape me. The song is about a girl telling her lover, who could be female, that she could be a lesbian, or it could be male, that I want you to dominate me, like literally choke me till I pass out, and then rape me. Now, rap music, grime, that can be very sexualized as well, but it doesn't sound good. The lyrics aren't metaphorical. The lyrics are, I put my dick in her. How is that sexy? That's disgusting. You've got some fucking 5'4" midget, cunt looking rapper who's describing in intricate detail on how big his PP is. First of all, you've got a small cock. You don't have a big cock. Second, any man who says he has a big cock has a small cock. We all know this, right? Second thing, that's the best lyrics you could come up with. I'm gonna go fuck that guy's bitch. Oh wow, calling women bitches. Yeah, that's real gangster. This shit is like, it was sexual in the 90s. It's 30 years from then. It's cringe now. The lyrics in the songs that I listen to are very metaphorical. They're very sexual, but in an intense way. There's another song called Leash. It's by an artist, Sky Ferreria. You can search it up. This is a bit more rock rather than chilled. But when you listen to the song, the instruments sound incredible. When you listen to the lyrics, they are metaphorical and highly sexual. It's not just a woman saying, put your cock in my pussy. She's saying, put me on a leash. There's literally a repeating line in the chorus where the artist says, surrender to the master. So the artist is saying that this girl who this song is about is begging her man to become her master and saying, I will surrender myself to you. My virginity is yours. My virtue is yours. I am just going to pass out and you do everything you want to me because you're in control. That's sexy. Imagine when my wife listens to that or your woman listens to that. What emotions would she be feeling? What emotions would this kind of music and this kind of lyrics induce? If the song is describing this intense desire that this woman has for her man to fucking rape me, as in rape her, or she's describing how she wants to surrender to the master, that's the personality that your woman will now exude. Because it sounds good and the lyrics are metaphorical and they, it's like script writing, it's like an art in itself. That's what your woman will now think about. Hey, I want to surrender to my husband. It sounds sexy in the song, so I want to do this as well. You can't just put on a song that's highly sexual but gross. It has to be both. It has to sound good and it has to have these metaphorical sexual lyrics. But at the same time, if that's not your vibe, you don't have to do that. Sometimes I listen to deep house. So deep house is always instrumental. There's hardly any lyrics, but it sounds good. It's a type of music that would play in a very chilled bar. So we're driving late at night and I've put on this chilled deep house or this chilled funk music. You must know what funk music is, but chilled, not heavy, not loud, but almost like a trance, like you are going on this journey by listening to this music. It's not the car that's driving, it's the music that's driving the car. Create a playlist. I have a playlist. I have like 600 songs that I choose from. Maybe I'll share if you're watching this in Library of Adonis and you've got this far and you want to know what songs that I have in my playlist that I know have worked amazingly well in building up the sexual atmosphere, just ask me and I'll link my playlist below. When you're actually driving, use your fingers, use your hands. Put your fingers on her thighs. So when I drive, when the sexual chemistry is building up, when we're driving to the venue, I will put my hands on my wife's thigh, next to her knee. She's wearing this bodycon dress, mini length. She's wearing tights. So I'm feeling her up. I've got my hand on her knee. I'm rubbing my thumb gently. I'm massaging her. I'm driving at the same time. I've got my cruise control on. I'm not looking at her. I'm looking ahead. I'm in complete control of the situation. I don't have to look at a woman when I touch her. I know what I'm doing. And that's the vibe I want to give to my wife. Then I'll massage her thighs. I'll come a little bit down, like upper thighs, from her knee to her middle thigh. Now her thigh is more thick. It's more squishy. There's more flesh there. It feels nice. It's getting warmer now. I'll bring my hand up a little bit more. I'll run my hand up her thigh. I'll graze her thigh with my fingers. Now I'm right by her upper thigh, in between her legs. And I'm gently massaging her. And my thumb is gently moving more and more towards the middle. What's between a woman's legs? Now there's sexy music playing in the car. I'm looking ahead, complete confidence. And my thumb is rubbing her clit gently through her tights. What do you think my wife's doing right now? She's biting her lips. She's got her eyes closed. I'm not trying to make her orgasm. That's retarded. Why would you make your wife orgasm before you've even had sex? I know some guys who do it. It's a waste. I'll talk about more in the complete guide to sex, but this is teasing. This is frisky fun. I'm giving her a sample, a taste of what's to come tonight. Then I'll notice that her tights have gotten really wet, really warm and really wet because she's so aroused. My thumb is covered in her pussy juice. I will then take the same thumb and put it inside her mouth, and she'll suck on it. She'll suck on her own juices while I'm driving, while I'm looking ahead, and I've got this sexy music playing. You need to emulate this naughty gentleman persona. When you and your wife are leaving and you're getting in the car, like I'm assuming you drive. If you don't drive, just fantasize. You're getting in the car, you open the door for your wife. You walk over to the passenger side and you open the door. As she walks in, you spank her ass hard. I do this every time we go out for a date night. I described in one of the previous guides, I think it was the sexual chemistry one, that I've been in social settings with my wife's friends, my friends, couples, weddings. And when the event is over, we're all leaving and I see the man just get in the car and his wife has to open her own door. He doesn't even hold her hand when they're walking to the car, let alone open the door for her, let alone feel her up, let alone spank her. How would your wife feel when you do this to her? Wouldn't she feel like the only woman in the world, that you open the door for her like a gentleman? She's about to step into the car and you spank her bum as hard as you can. That spank better sound like a gunshot. Similarly, when we arrive at the restaurant, we're about to walk in, I open the door for my wife like a gentleman. After you. And as she's walking in, I spank her so hard, and the spank is so loud that it echoes. I am not boasting. I'm not exaggerating. I'm 6'2", 220 pounds. I'm not like the biggest bodybuilder, but I am very strong. I spank her so loud that other couples, other women, the waitress stares at us. What the hell was that? Because it sounds like a gunshot. And they see my wife, red in the face, go, ooh, like this, jump up. All the other women go red with envy. They are sat down with their fat, ugly, disgusting husband who has a beer belly, who's burping, who hasn't opened the car door for her in a decade, who hasn't put in any effort into his outfit, his grooming, neither has she. And then there's me and my wife. We've just entered the restaurant and I've already made her my whore. I've seen women go red in the face. That's red with envy. They are thinking, why doesn't my husband do that to me? To be honest, the husband's probably thinking, why doesn't my wife look like her? Like, my wife's not showing off her figure, she's wearing a coat. But you can still tell that she's got an hourglass figure. You can still tell that she's beautiful. She's wearing heavy makeup. So the husband's probably thinking, why would I do this for my wife when she doesn't even look like her? Give your wife a romantic kiss, followed by an ass squeeze. So when you've finished at the restaurant or the bar and you've had a lovely, sexy night, lots of dirty conversations during dinner, and you're walking back to the car, hand in hand, stop, pull your wife into you. You stop, she will carry on because she hasn't noticed. She will then almost feel like she's been hit by a brick wall because you're a lot stronger than her, and then you pull her into you. She almost sprints at you and literally collides with your chest. Then you take one hand and you move her hair back. You look at her in the eyes. You just whisper, I want you so fucking bad. And you kiss her slowly. Slow, sensual kiss. Use your tongue. And as you're doing this, bring your hands down her back. Feel her ass. Put your hands into her jacket, into her coat. So you're not feeling the coat, you're feeling her dress, you're feeling her tights. And squeeze her ass. So tight that if this was a stress ball, it would have ruptured. If her ass was a stretch ball, it would have deformed. It would induce a little bit of pain in her, but she likes the pain. She's already so wet for you. When we're at the restaurant, I fuck waitresses. I fuck other women, like the customers. I said that my type is bimbos, big lips, heavy makeup, big titties, big thighs, thick thighs, big ass, juicy ass. The type of ass that you could eat out of. So when I'm in the restaurant and I see a woman like that, I fuck her. If you are a man who's masculine and you have high testosterone, you will understand why you feel the desire to do this. If you're watching this and you say, Danish, that is not appropriate, that's almost cheating, go get your testosterone checked. As a masculine man, you should have this innate desire to I fuck women that you find sexy. A lion doesn't just look at the one lioness that he is currently mating with. He will look at all lionesses. He will walk up to them and evaluate their fertility. This is what lions do. That does not mean the lion will mate with that other lioness. Right now, he is mating with this specific lioness. But he will exert his masculine right over his harem of lionesses. So when I'm at like a sexy environment, I'm sexy. My wife is sexy. The waitress is fucking sexy. The waitress is wearing a short skirt, button shirt, but it's like really tight with her tits almost bulging out of it. I fuck her. I will speak to her in a seductive way. I will flirt with her. I want my wife to know just how attractive I am to women because they will flirt back. The women will I fuck me back. I am not the most attractive man. Like, I'm reasonably attractive. I've got height, 6'2". I've got facial hair, and I'm extremely masculine. But in terms of physical looks, I am not like a bodybuilder where I have bulging veins. I am not someone that has like perfect facial symmetry. But it's more about how you present yourself. What I've found is these ultra physically attractive guys, the Chads, they are so autistic when it comes to exerting their masculine right. They are so scared of their girlfriends and their wives. They almost act like a bitch. Whereas here I am, completely unapologetic in the dirty desires that I have. When there is a sexy woman, I will stare at her. I will look at her up and down, not like a creep, but like a way where I'm telling her, I want to fuck you. Like, you look sexy. It's the same as if you were dressed really nice and you were walking and you saw a really sexy woman look at you like, check you out. How amazing would that feel? When you do this right, women don't get creeped out by you. If you're like hideously ugly or you look like you are unclean, you look homeless because you haven't followed Dr. Danish's male grooming guide, then you're hopeless. Go follow that first. But if you genuinely are presenting the best version of yourself, women will find you irresistible. It's crazy. I get more success with women, even though I am not 10 out of 10 in physical attractiveness. Not yet. Got ways to go. I've got to build my physique. I've got to, lean down and so on, blah, 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 blah. Plus then comes to genetics, my facial symmetry, my body's muscle insertion, so on. Bro, who gives a shit about that crap? Just do what I'm telling you, and I guarantee you will see the difference in how women perceive you. Act with authority. This turns my wife on. She knows that I've told her to dress in this specific way, with this specific dress, this specific makeup, because that's what I find attractive. So just because I'm married, does that mean I will not find other similar women attractive? What kind of logic is that? Of course I will. I am attracted to my wife sexually because she is emulating the perfect sexy woman, the woman that turns me on. So if other women are also doing it, I will find them sexy. And my wife loves this. She won't admit it, obviously. If I ask my wife, do you like it when I fuck other women? Of course she'll be like, no, I don't. I hate it when you do that. But she's being sarcastic. She's almost being playful. She'll call me a man whore. When she sees me looking at another girl, she'll be like, oh, you're such a man whore. And I'll look back at her and be like, I am. And then she'll just blush.